This is Cable 18, the Cherry Hill Public Schools television station.
Good evening and welcome to the West Report. I'm Mark Heckman.
And I'm Tanisha Wright. This past weekend, Cherry Hill West Theater Workshop presented their annual three-act play, which this year was Thornton Wilder's classic play, Our Town. Our Town takes place in Grover's Corners, New Hampshire. The story centers around two families, the Gibbs and the Webbs, and the domestic romance between their children, Emily and George. The audience follows them through life cycles, and through Emily, the values of life can be seen only through death. The cast faced a great challenge in that there were no props or scenery, so everything had to be pantomime. The show came off without a hitch and was a great success. Miss Biello, director, and all the members of the cast were very happy with the outcome of their hard work. Congratulations to them on a job well done. Cherry Hill West held its annual homecoming pep rally today. The pep rally was attended by all four classes who were wearing their respective colors. The juniors and sophomores were wearing white, and the freshmen and seniors were wearing purple. The marching bands played some of the school's most popular songs, including Louie Louie and Day Tripper. The cheerleaders, as always, showed their school spirit by performing a couple of cheers. The seniors are usually spotlighted at the homecoming pep rally, so they were full of electricity and enthusiasm. Later on, the sports teams were introduced. The football team, headed by J.J. Piccolo, was enthusiastic and raving to go for their homecoming game. At the end of the pep rally, the homecoming queen was crowned, and the homecoming queen was announced as Carrie Hammond. All of today's activities were leading up to tonight's Now and Then dance featuring present and past Cherry Hill High School West students. It will begin at 8 o'clock tonight in the cafeteria, so we invite all Alumni West students to attend.
The English department of Cherry Hill High School West is once again sponsoring its writing contest. This year's first writing contest is Passages, and the due date is December 8th. There are different levels of competition depending on your level of English. To find out more about the contest, see your English teacher. West's varsity soccer team closed out its season this past Monday with a 3-0 loss to Cherry Hill East. This was the final Olympic Conference game for both teams, and was the game which would decide the Olympic Conference champion. East took the lead 5 minutes into the game and led 3-0 at the halftime. West held the Cougars scoreless in the second half, but couldn't penetrate East's defenses. West finished the season with a record of 17 wins, 5 losses, and 1 tie, and also reached the South Jersey Group 3 finals. Congratulations to the conference champs, Cherry Hill High School East. Last Thursday, the junior and senior classes here at West honored the state championship team by gathering in the West Auditorium. The girls finished the season with a record 20 wins and 2 losses. Liz Tursey, the #1 singles player, commented that the team did better this year than in the past 10 years. In addition, the coach, Mrs. Sue Pontius, was named All-South Jersey Coach of the Year by the Inquirer.
In our new teacher spotlight, we will be featuring Mrs. Tenuto. Mrs. Tenuto is a marketing ed and introduction to business teacher. She also is the supervisor of the school store and is the advisor to the Distributive Education Club, otherwise known as DECA. Mrs. Tenuto says that the atmosphere at West is excellent. She says the students have been accepting and kind to her. Before coming to West, Mrs. Tenuto taught for 2 years at Washington Township. Prior to that, she attended Rider College. She now resides in her hometown of Audubon, New Jersey, with her husband. Some of her outside interests include going to Flyers hockey games and collecting antiques. Best wishes to Mrs. Tenuto at her first year at West.
When we come back, TJ Locke will have an investigative report on the unusual bells that have been ringing in the West hallways. Stay tuned.
I just got my license a week ago, but I'm not stupid enough to drink and drive. How about you?
Be smart. Don't drink and drive.
Can you juggle? If not, would you like to? Well, here at West, a few of the jugglers at school derived a juggling club. It consists of balls, which I was just doing, or bags, or for the better jugglers, pins. And after that, we'll have you either doing tricks or various objects. So, come to the juggling club meetings every Thursday at 3 o'clock in the cafeteria. Thank you.
If you've been in the halls of West lately, you've noticed the bells between classes sound a bit different. Here's TJ Locke with a report.
Here at Cherry Hill West, the regular bell system isn't functioning properly, so while it's being fixed, we have installed a replacement bell system. However, it hasn't had such great results, so I wanted to interview a few people on what they felt about the replacement bell system.
There's nothing wrong with the bell system here at West. It's a positive change. It sounds just like a dentist drill.
Do you like that?
Absolutely. It makes me glad that I'm here instead of in a dentist chair.
What does the new bell system sound like to you? Do you like the new bell system?
Yes, because at the end of class, you're really tired and everything. Then you hear that bell, and it really wakes you up and sets you up for the next period. So I happen to like it.
What do you think of the new bell system?
What do I think of the new bell system? Do you want to really know what I think of the new bell system? I'll tell you what I think of the new bell system!
Cut! What does the bell system sound like to you? So there you have it. West replacement bell system isn't functioning quite as we wanted it, and the people here are quite disturbed. This has been TJ Locke for the West Report.
Don't forget, next Wednesday, December 2nd, report cards will be issued. And remember, tonight the Now and Then dance takes place in the West Cafeteria at 8 o'clock. Finally, tomorrow at 11 o'clock is the annual East-West football game and homecoming. The game will be broadcast here on Cable 18 tomorrow night at 5 o'clock, and will be repeated next Wednesday, December 2nd at 7:30. Thank you for watching the West Report, and please join us again next week at this same time. Good night.
Good night.
Good evening, and welcome to this week's exciting edition of EastCast. I'm Michelle Simikowski, along with my co-anchor Rick Moravchuk, to bring you this week's news. Some of the big stories of this week include tomorrow's homecoming events, the Spirit of America, and this year's premiere edition of Eastview. One of East's biggest events this week includes tomorrow's homecoming, which begins with the pregame band at 10 a.m. at the Jonas Mars Stadium. This year, homecoming promises to be an exciting one, with all the classes in full spirit with their floats. The general theme of this homecoming is a time period. Each class has its own float and own homecoming queens, except for the seniors. The seniors, who usually have 4 queens, have 5 this year due to a tie. The seniors' homecoming theme is the Stone Age, and their queens are Elisa Pollock, Julie Schwab, Naomi Spurn, Toby Seltzer, Amy Reinstein, and Miriam Zabel as Junior Miss. The judging of the floats will probably take place before the homecoming game, between East and West, and the Parade of the Queens will be held at halftime. John Goldstein and Scott Cooper-Smith will provide commentary for the pregame and game, and Scott Hodis will bring you halftime highlights. To better inform you about the freshman, sophomore, and junior class plans, here is Madavi Reddy interviewing two of the officers, junior Derek Braslow and sophomore Eric Relazzo, and freshman chairman Denise Grubb.
Derek Braslow is the chairman representing the junior class. Derek, what are your plans for homecoming?
Well, this year homecoming is going to be a great success for the junior class. Melissa Birdie's the chairman, and she's doing an amazing job. Our representatives are Linda Mona, and our escort is going to be Rob Dwyer. Our theme is the Jetsons, and we're going to be doing the future, and it should be really exciting, and we're going to win again, just like we did the last 2 years.
Okay, Derek. Eric Relosa is here representing the sophomore class. And Eric, you want to tell us about it a little bit?
Okay, our theme is the 60s, and our chair people are Jessica Raymer in charge of the skit, and Rob Spitz is in charge of the building of the float. It's coming along real well, and our homecoming queen is Allison Moss, and her escort is Kevin Ridge, and I think we're doing a real good job this year, and hopefully the hard work will pay off.
Thank you, Eric. I hear Denise Grubb representing the freshmen. They did really well during Spirit Week. What do you have in store for homecoming, Denise?
Well, since it's our first year, we hopefully feel that we're going to do really well. Our theme is the Roaring Twenties, and our representatives are Jennifer Duffy for homecoming, and her escort is Robbie Gorelick. Our other chair people are Beverly Ises and Mark Shakin.
Okay. Homecoming is an exciting part of every year. It is an opportunity for the classes to be creative and have fun and compete. East has always done a good job because of dedicated individuals like these students. Thank you all. This has been Madhavi Reddy for EastCast.
As the Thanksgiving holiday draws near, many of East graduates will be coming home for the holidays. And this year, Cherry Hill East is again doing something special to make sure everyone has a most happy homecoming. Tonight, November 25th, there will be an alumni get-together at East from 8 to 10:30 p.m. If you're an East alumnus, make sure you attend the alumni get-together. Rekindle friendships and acquaintances, and have a great time. The first drama production of the year entertained hundreds of people this past weekend. A musical tribute to the bicentennial of the Constitution, The Spirit of America, was a great success. As the director, Mr. Nation, said, the students brought to life some of the most important figures in history who gave our country its foundations. In 16 scenes ranging from the immigrant arrivals in New York to the Philadelphia of 1987, the play featured 40 actors and actresses and involved many other students in stage managing and other production crews. East is very proud of the professional production and expects another fantastic play this spring. Don't miss it. Come see why the drama department at East was commended by Philadelphia Magazine and has won many awards. Just as the Spirit of America is one of warmth for visitors, East is always happy to welcome students from other countries. Hannah Kim spoke with Akiko Kasai, one of our exchange students from Japan.
Hello.
Hello.
Can you show us on the map where you live in Japan?
Okay. I live this small island.
Very small. Okay. Our administrator, Dr. Philip Esperant, visited Japan last year, and he was very impressed with the school system. So can you tell us a little bit about it?
Okay. Our school is, most of Japanese public school is very ugly, and we have to wear ugly uniform, and we have many rules, and we have to clean the rooms by ourselves, and the teachers are very strict. The relation between students and teachers are not friendly.
Can you tell us a little bit about your school food?
The food is terrible. We have noodle, rice, and sandwiches. It's very cheap, but I cannot eat them.
Okay, what do you do in your free time?
I'm talking with my friends in my house or my friend's house, or we go to movies, shopping, bowling, and so on.
A lot of American groups popular there.
Yes, Madonna and Cyndi Lauper, Bryan Adams. They are very popular.
Okay. Been Hannah Kim for Cable 18. Bye.
Sayonara.
Sheila Gadrathi reported that Student Congress is underway with many events, one of the biggest being a very special event to East students, the FOP Party. Each year, the Cherry Hill Fraternal Order of Police and the Rotary Club sponsor a Christmas party for the handicapped. For the past 7 years, students from Cherry Hill East and West have participated in the party by decorating the ballroom and a Santa Claus room for the handicapped people to enjoy. This year's party will be held at the Cherry Hill Hyatt on Tuesday, December 15th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Although there is a lot of work to be done, FOP has proved to be a rewarding experience, each year bringing new surprises. And thank you, Sheila. So far, FOP has been a great time, and I know the party on December 13th will prove to be an even greater experience. To see all those little faces light up at the sight of Santa Claus and presents, and hand-painted decorations covering the walls, and dozens of snowflakes all over, while perhaps these are the most terrific gifts that we can give these little kids. Because the FOP party is such a great experience, I'd like to take this time to thank Cherry Hill East, Cherry Hill West, the FOP, and the Rotary Club for allowing so many students to get involved and enjoy such an opportunity.
The East chess team is back for another great year. With most players returning from last year's national championship team, they expect to dominate. Last year, the JV and varsity teams won every game they played, with returning players Mike Choi, Brady Richter, Howard Ding, Scott Updike, Chunwan Wang, Fred Dold, Ken Sang, Rich Sands, Manish Butte, and Jason Rubin. They look as if they're going to go on to another national championship. In a game last Friday, the East freshman football team shut out West 48-0. As the last game of the season, this leaves the team with an impressive 9-0 record. But the big football game of the week was the varsity game on Saturday. In the Group 4 semifinals against Washington Township, East was upset 12-6. In the last 21 seconds of the game, Washington Township scored the winning touchdown after an East fumble on the 1-yard line. Although they lost the semifinals, the East varsity football team is the Olympic Conference champion, and with a win Thursday against West, they will have a record of 8-1. Special distinctions go to backfield leader Brian Curley, junior quarterback Glenn Foley, Dave Terranova, Howard Macon, Ted Page, Steve Lobel, and Steve Malloy, who has tied the interception record at East with 9 interceptions this season. Congratulations to the entire team, and good luck in the homecoming game against West this Thursday.
Last Friday night, East boys soccer team lost a close game to Kearney in the state championship at Trenton State College. It was the first time East made the state finals, and the team played an outstanding game. Over 300 students went out to support them despite the freezing weather. Sitting in the bleachers, students shouted and stomped for our team, and the game was a great experience for both the players and the spectators. The teams were very closely matched, but Kearney managed to break through East defenses and scored the only goal of the game in the third quarter. Although the East team didn't win the state championship, they defeated West 3-0 Monday to become conference champs. In addition, they set 4 major records, being most games played in a season, 26, most wins in a season, 21, most shutouts in a season, 19, and most goals scored in a season, 93. Congratulations to the team and to the coaches Ed Heisman and Dave Martin for a championship season. Congratulations also to junior Dan Beanie, an outstanding starter on East's varsity soccer team. He was chosen by the Philadelphia Inquirer as last week's South Jersey Soccer Player of the Week. For the second time this season, East boys soccer players have achieved this widely respected distinction. Dan has done an exceptional job changing his position to sweeper after senior Mark Palouse was injured for the season. Although the commendation went to Dan, much recognition is deserved by the other defensemen, Evan Recant, Bill Curley, and Eric Thomas. The defense did a great job protecting goalie Mike Branch and helped him achieve 14 shutouts. Congratulations to Dan and the rest of the varsity soccer defense.
The girls' soccer teams closed out their seasons last week, completing an awesome season. The JV compiled a record of 13-0-1. In the South Jersey Group 4 finals, the varsity team lost to a strong East Brunswick team, last year's Group 4 champions, by a score of 2-1. The varsity completed the season with a record of 19 wins, 2 losses, and 1 tie. Congratulations to both teams to their fine seasons. Last, but certainly not least, Cherry Hill East men's gymnastics team has done it again. The team recently won the South Jersey State Team Trophy, and junior Scott Drucker is back with a pocket full of medals. Scott scored 45.1 in the all-around, and senior captain Alex Franco scored 32.9. The other contributors to a great performance were senior captain Nick DiProspero, Dan Goldstein, Mark Waldman, David Cliff, Rich Highland, and Kevin Johnson.
Make sure you stay tuned for our very first East View this year, where co-anchors Valerie Garfield and Andrea Weinberg will review the new movie Fatal Attraction. You can also find out what Brian Zeno thinks of Big Generator, and what Michelle Darnell and Elizabeth Eastwood have to say about Made in Heaven. And of course you won't want to miss Debbie Goodwin's TV review of I Married Dora, or John Kellerman's scintillating review of Elton John's latest album, Live in Australia. It'll all be right here on cable E18 after this EastCast.
Thanksgiving is a time to pause and reflect on all our riches of family, friends, health, and happiness. As we think of family, we wish to send special greetings to our foreign correspondent in the Philippines, Liz All. Liz sent us some pictures of Subic Bay and a copy of Susquehanna University's The Apprentice Writer, in which her poem, The Dance That Has No Name, is published. Happy Thanksgiving to Liz and all the graduates of East. Don't forget tonight's get-together of Friday's Class of '82 5-year reunion at the Sheraton Post from 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. Right down the hall, some of Cherry Hill's teachers will be celebrating their 20th reunion from Cherry Hill West. So, enjoy your blessings of friendship and family this season. That's it for the news tonight. Special thanks to Mr. Gordon Hampson, cameraman and editor, to Miss Peggy Beck, advisor, and to Jeff Kahn, student cameraman. Thank you for joining Michelle and me this evening. Stay tuned for the first edition of Eastview, which follows the junior high school news. Tonight, Ophelia took a break from her travels to enjoy a quiet Thanksgiving at home. Happy Thanksgiving. Good night, Ophelia.
This is Mitch Swanger with a Constitutional Minute. Who are we, this new nation of America, only 6 months into independence, that seems to be going nowhere? Over 90% of our people are farmers, and there are no large cities to industrialize. There are no paved roads. A stagecoach ride from Baltimore to Philadelphia can take more than 5 days during the winter. Water is our fastest means of transportation. Although we are independent, we still rely on England for goods. Our leaders tell us to buy American products, but we still turn to England for fashion, furnishings, styles, and materials. In addition, America's children are studying from English spelling books instead of America's, which are just as capable. Who are we, these American people going nowhere? And what will become of us? We will answer these questions in the years to come. This has been Mitch Swanger with a Constitutional Minute.
Hello, I'm Kim Higginbotham, and this is Carusi News. Last Thursday, the All Cherry Hill Junior School Honors Band and Orchestra Concert was held right here in Carusi's gymnasium. Carusi was honored by having 50 students chosen for this elite group. Candace Fisher will be interviewing a very special person right after this short message. Stay with us.
Carusi School is having a sale, a fantastic sale you can't miss. We have sweatshirts, sweatsuits, sweatpants, anything, hooded sweatshirts. We have everything you want. Not $50, not $40, not $30. No, just $10 for these sweatpants, $10 for the sweatshirt, $15 for this hooded sweatshirt. You don't want the hood? Take the hood away. We'll give you a sweatshirt without the hood. $10. If you miss this sale, you're a turkey. Our prices are insane. No sweat.
And that was our Crazy Freddy. In case you didn't understand him, he's selling sweatshirts and sweatpants.
I'm here with Peter Welding, the boy we were talking about last week. Peter competed in a school competition and was one of the top people in our school. Then he went on to finals. Hi, Peter. How are you?
Good.
So tell me, exactly how many competitions were you in?
I competed in 3 competitions.
What school did you represent, Carusi or both junior high schools?
Both junior high schools.
I heard you met somebody very important. Who was that?
Senator Bill Bradley. I shook his hand.
Would you mind if I ask you a geography question?
No.
What state has the longest coastline without touching an ocean?
Michigan.
He's right. Well, even though you didn't score first in the final competition, you're first with us. Thank you for coming here, Peter.
Thank you for inviting me.
Back to you, Kim.
This week, our Fall Awards Assembly was held in our gymnasium, which was quite an exciting time. We'll bring all that to you next week. Tomorrow starts our Thanksgiving weekend. Here's Zari Melson with our special for this very festive holiday.
Each year, on the 4th Thursday of November, millions of Americans across the country gather together and to celebrate the holiday of Thanksgiving. Incidentally, Thanksgiving has the highest travel rate of any other holiday. From the time we were little children, we've heard about the Pilgrims and the Indians, how they shared and taught each other in the Harvest Festival. But rarely do we talk about what really happens on Thanksgiving. Despite the fact that we have off, many of us will rise early to prepare our houses, food, and ourselves. You may start off the day by attending religious services or your traditional high school Thanksgiving Day football game. Regardless of what you choose, everyone eventually begins to migrate back to the home. Kitchens soon become full and delicious aroma arises through the rooms. The men usually become interested in a football game on TV, and the women want to watch a parade. It seems that this is one of the only holidays that you can't find a place to sit in your own home. But as long as everyone's together, we don't mind. Soon diets are forgotten and mouths water for the delicious turkey and stuffing that are roasted in the oven. Families gather around the table and pray for the blessings they've received during the year. Whether you're going away, staying home, having a big celebration or a small one, all of us here at Carusi News wish you a very happy Thanksgiving.
You are tuned to Cable 18, the Cherry Hill Public School television station, serving the Cherry Hill area.